A practical farm program for practical farmers. The Yellow River Farm. With Georgia's popular farmer, Channing Cope. Discussing problems, broadcasting information of interest to every Georgia farmer. 6 a.m. Monday through Saturday, join Channing Cope's Kudzu Club, WAGA 590 on your dial.
I was in the land of cotton, old times are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. In Dixieland where I was born in early on one frosty morning. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Mary will the weaver, William was the gay fever. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland.
Life on the farm can be easy. Certainly it is easy here on the Yellow River Farm where we hold forth. At Yellow River we practice front porch farming. We farm from our own front porch and mostly from an easy chair. It is a wonderful thing to own a piece of land and to play with it and to induce it to produce food and clothing and shelter and security and independence. Now, it has been rumored around, and you may have heard that rumor, that we are very much interested in the oriental vine called kudzu. We have observed it for years, have visited the farms of the pioneer growers, and have been planting it on our own Yellow River farm for some time. In association with the Soil Conservation Service and this radio station, WAGA, we formed the Kudzu Club of Georgia, which has since grown into the Kudzu Club of America. We have answered thousands of kudzu communications from all over the world. We have presided over 2 annual meetings of the kudzu clubs and have heard the spontaneous expressions of members as they enumerated the many virtues of this miracle plant. We have learned of its honorable history through the Chinese, who have grown it since the time of Confucius.
Some people call it foot a night, and it grows about 12 inches a day and night, about 50 feet a year. A lot of people call it porch vine. They would put it on the west side of the house and have strings going up, and it would run up, keep the sun off of the porch and off the house. It came in Philadelphia for an exposition in, 1896 or something.
We had a World's Fair up there in Japan.
Then the Soil Conservation Service saw that, my goodness, our land was washing away losing tons of topsoil on every acre. And they started setting it out in the gullies, paying people to set it out. A CCC camp, they'd pay them to set it out, and they set it out here. And then when the boll weevil got to cotton and people quit cotton farming and just let them, the kudzu spread across the fields. The way to get a steady income would be dairying, and I'd always loved to milk the cow by hand for years. So we started a dairy farm. And the kudzu was here, about 10 acres. So we started making silage out of it. And as far as I know, I'm not bragging, but it wasn't me, it was the kudzu. I think that I still have the record of this county of the highest producing herd.
You can use the flowers to make jelly.
My wife makes a kudzu quiche, absolutely delicious. Just
Well, took 2 cups of broccoli out and added 2 cups of kudzu.
frying the kudzu leaves. They're just like potato chips, and they'll just break into 100 little pieces, exactly like a potato chip. And they're delicious, and they're more filling. There's more purchase to it than a potato chip. And they're just absolutely astonishing. And it's just it's a sleeping dog. It's a manna in the wilderness. It's there to be discovered. Neither one of us takes any prescription medicine, which is unbelievable. For me, I feel like I'm 18 right now. I just feel like I've always, feel like I'll never die. Ain't nothing gonna kill me. What's wrong with me? I reckon it's kudzu.
Had you thought of kudzu as the embodiment of noble character? Had you considered it as a living exponent of victorious life? Bear with me. First of all, kudzu is an early riser, both as to the hour and the season. It does a full day's work and makes use of every hour. Its family before it has a long and honorable history. This same history bespeaks its permanency, its enduring qualities. God willing, it shall remain with us forever. It goes a long way on a little. It is thrifty and saving, holding whatever it gets, protecting what it holds. It is forward-looking, expanding and progressing as it grows. It is a builder, improving as it grows. It is tirelessly energetic. It is ambitious. Kudzu has faith, unlimited faith. Given only the lowest of Earth's soil for its habitat, kudzu never gets discouraged. It tackles the job with enthusiasm and confidence. It is sure of itself and its future. It withstands the shocks of flood and drought. Greeted with scorn and jeers by the ignorant, it overcomes both by deeds.
You clean them off in the wintertime, and in spring you come out, by this time this year they be covered again. So it grow off fast. It don't take long. They've used stuff like diesel fuel, a small amount of diesel fuel, which at that time you had to pour it in the roots in the ground. And then if you come back, you just you have to break it around again, pour some more. Now, he would kill it over a period of time, but, you know, that diesel fuel would go in the soil. When you get involved with something like that, you just have to keep working at it. You can cut it down every year, and it's going to come back in this year. Just keep doing it over and over and over. That's the only thing you can do. And goats would be the best thing to handle for you. Goats, because they eat it up.
You can put goats back on the same plot of land repeatedly to control the kudzu without doing damage to the soil. In fact, not only do you not damage the soil, but the goats' droppings help improve the soil over time. The idea is plants, particularly kudzu, which has a huge root ball, can store a lot of starches in their roots that they can use to regenerate. So you want to have the goats go out and eat the green again each time it regenerates, and eventually it will use up all of those starches in the root ball that's stored. And if you time it correctly so the plant doesn't have a long time to grow, it can't replenish those reserves.
I never reprimand kudzu. I say, well, darling, I guess nobody's been around here to use you much because you're crawling on this tree and you're just about ate it up. But you just cut around it and you just give it some attention, but you always ask permission first and you treat it as you would a friend. Kudzu has been reaching out 12 inches a day trying to find somebody that would listen to him. So I went back to the field and I said, Kudzu, I'm sorry. I'm a northerner and I came down here and just tried to tell you what to do. I'm going to sit here until you tell me how you want to be used. So I sat there about 6 hours and I had all these 6 kids, waiting. And I just waited until I heard the kudzu say, leave the trees alone, use us for paper instead. These vines are called no-leggeds, the rooted, the standing ones. But they dance and they have a life and they're trying to tell people that they're good for all kinds of things. And if something comes over here and won't go away, you gotta put it to work. Because that's what happens, you know. And if people don't want to work here, they need to go someplace else. I do believe that kudzu does have a brain. It's got a root system that grows down 6 feet deep. The root gets 400 pounds big. I know it's got to think because I've seen the kudzu not cross the road. It knows when there's enough of a breeze and it comes back. It even grows underneath the railroad tracks. So every time before I go out to the kudzu, I ask permission. And I say, which ones of you want to come with me? You're going to be beautiful baskets. You're going to be wonderful paper. You treat them as your friend. And you never have an attitude, I can kill you because I can, because I'm bigger and I have dominion over the earth. Oh, no, we don't. I like turning reputations around.
It even exceeds the promises. It turns out better than we could have expected of it. It has a happy nature. It runs instead of walking. It is courageous, unyielding in its devotion to duty. It fights back with all its power. Yet it is forgiving. It forgets the injury and goes on with its mission of healing. On the other hand, it responds to kind treatment, striving doubly hard to bless the benefactor. It grows in grace, improving with age. It makes use of the substance at hand. Kudzu, though it spreads itself rapidly in all directions, nevertheless is patient, knowing that it will take years to accomplish its full task. It is kind, succoring the needy. It is democratic, working for the slave, the tenant, the peon, the landlord. It is versatile, being a holder, a builder, and a crop. It gives itself unselfishly as food for man, beast, and soil. It is pleasant to behold, transforming glare into beauty. It asks only to serve faithfully and well. And the end, kudzu pays off in value, in beauty, and in happiness.